Welcome to Foreign Flight TV. Here's 3 things you must know before booking that trip to Peru. Let's go. Peru is one of the most incredible countries you can visit, but it's also one of those places where not knowing just a few basic things before you go can completely change your experience. Altitude, transportation, weather, Machu Picchu tickets. Peru takes a little more planning than you might expect. So before you book your next flight, here's what you need to know. Welcome to Foreign Flight TV, where we're going to explore the world one country at a time. Today we're talking about Peru, and I'm going to break this down into 3 simple things. When to go and how to plan your route, what you need to know once you're actually in Peru, and finally, Machu Picchu, because there are some things that you absolutely want to know before you get there. The first thing you need to understand about Peru is that you're not just planning a trip to one climate. Peru has coastlines, massive mountains, high altitude cities, desert, and Amazon rainforest. That means the weather can be completely different depending on wherever you're at. And for first-time travelers, the biggest decision is going to be when you want to visit Cusco and Machu Picchu. The Andes generally have a wetter season and a drier season, and choosing between them can affect everything from crowds to hiking conditions. But here's something else I would think about. Don't build your entire Peru trip around Machu Picchu. Yes, you should see it, but Peru is so much bigger than one attraction. You've got the city that never rains, being the capital of Peru, called Lima, Cusco, the Sacred Valley, Lake Titicaca, Arequipa, the Amazon, the desert around Huacachina, and depending on how much time you have, trying to squeeze all that into one trip can actually make the experience worse. Peru is a country where distances can be deceiving. Something that looks relatively close on a map can involve long bus rides, a flight, or a trip through several mountain ranges. So instead of trying to see everything, just pick a few places and actually experience them. And there's another reason not to rush: altitude. If you're heading into the Andes, altitude is something you need to take seriously. Cusco sits at roughly 11,000 feet above sea level, and you can absolutely feel it when you arrive. Walking up a flight of stairs can suddenly feel like exercise. Some people barely notice the altitude, while others get headaches, fatigue, nausea, or shortness of breath. So especially during your first day or two, slow down, drink water. Don't immediately plan your hardest hike for the next morning after you land. Give your body some time to adjust. And that brings me to something I think travelers underestimate about Peru. Transportation is part of the adventure. You've got domestic flights, buses, trains, taxis, and private drivers. And depending on where you're going, you might use several of them during the same trip. For long distances, sometimes spending a little extra on a flight can save you an entire day of traveling. But on shorter routes, don't automatically assume faster is better. Some of the most beautiful parts of Peru are the places that are seen between destinations. Now let's talk about the money. You'll find plenty of places that accept cards, especially in major tourist areas, but I would still carry some Peruvian soles. Small restaurants, markets, taxis, and businesses outside the major tourist zones may be much easier with cash, and when it comes to safety, use the same common sense you would traveling through any unfamiliar country. Pay attention to your surroundings and obviously keep your head on a swivel. Don't flash large amounts of cash. Keep your phone and your valuables secure in crowded areas. And know how you're getting back to your hotel before wandering somewhere unfamiliar late at night. But now we need to talk about the reason a huge percentage of people come to Peru in the first place: Machu Picchu. This is the part of your Peru trip that I would not leave until the last minute. Machu Picchu isn't simply a place where you just buy one general ticket and wander wherever you want. Entry is organized around specific routes and circuits, and availability can become limited. So before you buy anything, understand exactly which circuit you're purchasing and what that ticket allows you to see. And during busy periods, waiting until you arrive in Peru to figure this out can seriously limit your options. Then you have to figure out how you're getting there. For many travelers, that means getting from Cusco, or the Sacred Valley, towards Aguas Calientes, also known as Machu Picchu Pueblo. The train journey itself is one of those experiences where you should occasionally put the phone down and look out the window. You're traveling through an absolutely incredible landscape. Once you reach town, you'll still need to get up to Machu Picchu itself, which most visitors do by bus, although hiking options exist as well. And here's something people don't always expect. Machu Picchu is only part of the experience. The mountains, the Sacred Valley, Cusco, the people you meet, the train ride, even waking up early knowing you're finally about to see something you've looked at in photographs your entire life. That's what makes this trip so memorable. So plan Machu Picchu carefully, but don't become so focused on checking it off your bucket list that you miss Peru entirely and miss everything that's happening around you. Peru is one of those countries that can completely exceed your expectations if you give yourself enough time to experience it. Don't rush it. Prepare for the altitude, understand your transportation, and plan Machu Picchu ahead of time. And leave a little bit of extra room in your itinerary for things that you didn't plan at all, because sometimes those end up being the best part of the trip. If Peru is on your list, subscribe to Parada Vida TV, because we're going to keep exploring countries around the world and showing you what you should know before you get there. Peru's a country that put everything into perspective for me. It had a way of making me feel extremely small and very connected at the same time. Walking through such history has a way of doing that. Also think that one of my favorite things about the trip down to Peru was the food and the cuisine. You know, the people that rate the best cuisine on the globe have rated Peru being the #1 cuisine on the planet. So whether I was eating at a hole-in-the-wall or a 5-star resort, everything I ate came out to what tasted like 5-star food. And it was cheap. It was not much. You could get meals for $6. You could eat the alpaca, which is like the lamb here in the States, for hardly nothing. Also, I trail run, so having the ability to run on the Inca Trail and see the people that are living without contact to the modern world, still bringing their food in and out of their villages by donkeys and on the backs of mules, was an absolute experience. Overall, the entire experience was incredible, forever life-changing, and I could not recommend Peru more to anybody else that's looking for adventure, great food, history, and just an overall great vacation. Make sure you put Peru on your list, and until next time, keep exploring.